From where I sit in the credit union as VP of Marketing and on the management team, I found it really useful to hear, opinions from boards of directors, from CEOs, from people that are in the field as well, and then to hear it all drawn back together. And at the end of the day, we all do have the same shared cohesive vision for the credit union and strategies moving forward. Some of us are a little ahead, some of us are a little behind, but our end realization is always to serve that member in the most effective way for that member.
Speakers were well informed, well engaged, and the best part of this conference was that they gave me solutions. Usually when I go to a conference, I hear about all these things and new things that we have to be aware of as credit unions, financial trends, the competitors, but I walk away with now what? This conference actually gave me steps to try to be more relevant to my members and maybe hold off some of the competition that we're facing. And I was able to do it in a forum where I could talk to my fellow peers in the East Coast of Connecticut and Massachusetts.
The thing that I have found, and honestly the most enjoyable part, is getting to talk about my credit union's struggles and challenges with my peers. It's nice to hear that we're not alone in a lot of the things that we struggle with. At the same time, sometimes it's very different. What that changes and what happens from that is I'm able to bring home workable, real, actionable items that I can actually bring back to my staff and say, hey, I got this great idea today at this meeting I went to, and actually helps us.
The speakers were outstanding. The dialogue, the networking opportunities was outstanding. The content, I looked at other conferences to send directors to this year, and they looked at the content of other conferences and they looked at this and said, this brings far more value to what we need to be looking at for the future of our credit union. So, I had directors come because of the content.
Most credit unions, most of us look for incremental change, and I think we heard some big ideas today. And I think it's interesting to kind of hear those and get people thinking about them, and most importantly, talking about it. I think what was most effective here was having the table discussions after each of those, because so often you go to a conference, you hear a talk, you think, man, there were some good ideas there, and then you're off to the next talk. So I really liked the idea of having a conversation after each one of those discussions to think about, well, how could we maybe do this in our shop?